Okay, this is part two of. Oh, I love this song. Okay, this is such a good song. Okay, this is part two of my catch up. Except that part was like my actual update. This is just me rambling about my thoughts because I have so many thoughts. Also, another update I forgot to give was I didn't have a phone for 3 weeks. I think I sort of included that, but not really. Alright, this is my new phone. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous. We love her. Yeah, okay. I don't even know what I want to talk about. I don't know. I'm just so okay. I've been thinking about this. We'll just start here. Okay. I've been very overwhelmed recently. I think whenever there's stuff going on with my family and I have a very complicated relationship with my family. And I think it's sort of in a words. It's but I think it's developed my character a lot. Not necessarily in a good way. Not necessarily in a bad way, but not necessarily in a good way. I think having a relationship with my parents outside of the normal, mother daughter, father daughter type of situation, has it's been very obvious in a lot of my life, but I think it's a really big thing now because I'm at UNC and I'm able to cuz okay, I went to boarding school for I went to this NCSSM. It's this public boarding school. It's a really cool program, honestly. It's the administration is I have my issues with, but it's a really cool program. Lots of really good opportunities. Anyway, I went there for my last 2 years of high school. And that was I was honestly a really independent person, a really independent child before that, so it wasn't that big of a difference. But before NCSSM, I was super super busy all the time. That increased even more so after I started going there. And when I tell you my life was scheduled out in 45-minute blocks because I thought it was more efficient than hour blocks. Literally the minute I woke up to when I went to bed was scheduled out. It was insane. And totally unhealthy, but I was super super I was super productive. I did so much. I had so many extracurriculars, so many hobbies. My resume is so awesome because of it. Shout out me. But the issue with it was I could never process anything. Um Anything. And so then when I over the summer I lived at my sister's house and I just worked and this, that, and the other. And I was low key depressed. So I also didn't process anything then at all. And then I came to UNC and all of a sudden I had all of this free time and I actually started to open up this box that should not have ever been opened up. And it just God, it was just so much. So I was oh yeah. I was I'm not a vulnerable person at all. This is YouTube, so it's a different situation. But generally speaking, I am really I mean even here, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I'm I learned really quickly like okay, how to navigate social situations in order to and how to give enough information and tell people enough about myself and enough stories about myself that they would feel satisfied in their closeness to me and they would feel like I was being vulnerable with them. It's actually kind of manipulative. Not that that was the intent behind it. I was never trying to manipulate anyone. I just absolutely like did not want to face anything that had ever happened to me. And so instead of like actually facing it, I just like found a way to like tell just enough that like people would like stop asking questions. And so I never like actually had to be like vulnerable with anyone. And then I realized like how awful that was, and how like my actions there sort of like led to like greater bad habits, and how like I would like go to like more extreme lengths to like avoid talking to people, which is crazy. Um that's crazy. And so then basically like I hopped on like this like, well, I mean, I'm always on a like a self-work kick. I'm always trying to improve, but whatever. Anyway, I like hopped onto like this specific like vulnerability kick. Um and like when I first came to UNC, so like the very beginning of fall semester. And like the first thing I realized was when I started to like try to like open up more to people, I was also being more honest and reflective to myself. And that was absolutely insane, because then I started like so much stuff started opening up like that I had genuinely like I had forgotten about like XYZ even happened, because like I just like refused to think about it at all. Or like I like thought about it solely in like this like condensed version that I had created for like telling stories to other people, of like, oh, like XYZ happened, and like it's just like a super condensed version where like you say XYZ happened, rather than like actually like talking about how it made you feel, or like the details of anything. And so once I started to like actually like open up more and like be more honest with people and talk to them about like these bigger things, it like ended up being so much. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like like crazy. I was like, I like don't have like the time or energy to deal with all of this. I thought it was like I thought I had like a pretty good handle on like what was going on. Like I know that like, I, because I can like say like the condensed version, like XYZ happened. So like I know that like, not that like you should ever be comparing like what has happened to you, but like I knew that like comparatively to other people, like I had been through some like pretty niche things, and also some like things that y'all know what I mean. Okay, anyway, so I was like, I've been through a lot, and like the things that I have been through aren't necessarily that common. And so I don't know, it was just like this whole thing of like not feeling like there were other people who could relate to my situation, and then also having it be such a violent situation that it's like it's a lot to absorb. And then so like it's not really something that I felt like I could do on my own as like a child, that like I could process on my own. And like I say, as a child, as like a 14-15 year old, um I don't know, it was just a lot. And I think because I have not built up the tools to allow myself to properly process things all the way, I can get really overwhelmed when I start to. So it's sort of just a like, I just sort of like push everything down. And like, I mean, it works. Like, it didn't work when I first started doing it, because that's actually how I got my OCD, which is like very, very mild now, because like I've like learned how to process that specifically. But like, it's like I got my OCD because I pushed down my anxiety so much that like I started having like physical symptoms of it, and that those are my compulsions, because I have a mostly compulsive OCD. Like not like the thinking part as much as like the I gotta touch stuff twice. So like it literally, because I wouldn't talk about things, it like gave me a mental disorder, which is insane. And then like I like confronted said mental disorder, and now it's like not like really there anymore. But it's like still sometimes, but only like when I'm like super stressed out. Anyway. it like it works to an extent because now I know how to like I know doing like certain things like will reduce my anxiety, like taking like a long shower and like things like that, listening to music. I'm always listening to music. I have my headphones right here. I don't know if you can hear it. There is music playing right now. So I literally have my guitar right here. I was just jamming with my broken wrist. It was a little bit painful. Very worth it. Anyway, my point is I'm now at this point where like I've developed my skills enough that like I know how to have it not be like this huge sore in my life. But I haven't developed my skills enough that like I'm not at my peak and I know that and I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get to my peak eventually, but I'm definitely not there yet. What was my point of this? Oh, that I get overwhelmed. Anyway, so anytime, because it's not fully resolved, but it's like sort of opened up now because like I like got into it in the fall. It's like sort of like opened up now. And so now when it like becomes even a, like when like I'm reminded of said things, which is like more often than you would think, um I get like overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I get really insecure. And when I get really insecure, I start acting really irrationally and in ways that like are not conducive to like oh my god, this song is good. This song is okay, it's Clothes by Lizette, which is this girl that I met on my trip to New Orleans. And it's a really good song. Anyway, I like what am I saying? I don't even know. Okay. Oh my gosh, right. I get insecure. Okay, when I get insecure, I start acting like really irrationally. But like not even like necessarily irrationally, but irrationally for like me. And it just increases like my stress more, okay? Because like I will get so clingy and I am not a clingy person. I am not happy when I'm not even like I love dogs. I love dogs. I'm not that much of a dog person because I think dogs are too clingy. I'm not a clingy person. But when I get really insecure, I just like I want to have like 50 friends and I want to go out and make new friends and I also want to spend so much time with my current friends and I want them to respond to me right away. And like it's not realistic to like ask that of them. And so like I remember thinking about this my senior year and how my one of my really good friends at the time, she like whenever she got stressed, she used to like go back to her room and like she would like totally like remove herself from her friends. And we all knew that about her. We all knew like when she was like that was just because she was stressed. Like we none of us took it personally. But me, I was like the total opposite. And I remember recognizing that and being like, "Huh, that's interesting that like when I'm stressed, I go and I like make new friends." But it's not because like that helps me de-stress. It's because my stress leads to insecurity and it helps with my insecurity if I have more friends. And like it's not it just makes me more stressed because then I have more going on and like even though like I'm very social but I'm very introverted. And so it's like very like those don't intertwine that well. And so then when I'm like stressed and I'm going out and I'm being even more social than I usually am and I'm hanging out with all these people and this that and the other, it's just stressing me out further because I don't have time to myself and I can't reflect and I can't calm down and I can't read and do all these things that I love to do by myself. And even just like I could literally do whatever I want and just be by myself and I would be like so happy. And I don't have time to do that when I'm stressed and I'm meeting everybody and their mama. So it's like, I don't know. I've kind of like this whole past week I've been like I also in social situations I'm less present because I'm overwhelmed. And so then I'm like sort of like saying and acting thing and like doing things out of habit rather than like actually like being mentally present. And I know like I'm really contentious when I do that. I was talking to my friend. We started like I argued with like 3 people. I'm not an argumentative person. I am a good debater, but I'm not like super argumentative. Like I like to think that I'm like open minded and like I don't know. But like I like was actually like just like getting really defensive over like various things because like I wasn't actually like thinking about anything and I wasn't actually absorbing anything. And so like my immediate response was just like to get defensive. So I've like low key been a bad friend too. So it's like and like I already like texted my friends. I was like low key my bad because I came back and I almost went out tonight. I'm so glad I didn't go out tonight because like I've been able to chill because my roommate's gone too right now. And so I've just been like having the best time. I cooked for a while. I've been doing some schoolwork. I've read. I play guitar. Like so wonderful. It's so great. I also think that like I'm I don't know. I think it's like sort of like a because like okay, you're either okay. Let me get my thoughts together. I think it's difficult because I like to dabble. I love being a dabbler. Um and like there's a lot of things I've dabbled at in the past, but I'm not really that good at it cuz I dabble, you know. I'm like I love playing guitar. It's so fun. I'm not like I do not excel at the guitar. I can like God, but even bar chords, low key, those get me going. I'm really bad at those. But like I can play a song or two. Like I can like read like a tab. I can like play some chords. Like I can pick up a song pretty quickly, but like I'm not a like professional guitarist. Anyway, it's like there's a lot of stuff like that and like it's like I feel kind of like and I love having a lot of different hobbies. That being said though, it's like it's difficult when I meet someone who's really good at a certain hobby that I like dabble in. And like especially if it's a niche one because there's like when it's more niche people I think get even more into it. The specific example is like whitewater. Like I love whitewater and like I have some I dabble. I love it. I think it's so awesome. Like I have a role, but like do I have a consistent role in whitewater? That's debatable, you know? And like I know like all the strokes and such, but like am I really a good raft guide? I don't know. And like I've been whitewater supping. Do I fall all the time? Yes. So it's like I dabble and I have the experience. I just kind of like do it because it's fun. But it's such a niche thing that like when you find somebody that does whitewater, it's like you get so excited, right? You're like, oh my gosh, like you do whitewater too. And I was at skateboarding club, UNC Skate Club. Everybody join. Everybody join. You can be a beginner. You can join. I'm a beginner. I only dabble, and I joined. They're like helping me a lot. They're all super nice. Anyway, that's what I did Thursday night. It was great. Um, but I met one of the dudes and we were talking, and we both found out that we do, cause like we were talking about like different clubs, cause they were like, oh, like if you like have clubs, like we can like work with and do like a joint situation. Let us know. And we were talking about like the clubs and like I was talking about starting backpacking club with my friend. Um, and so I was like, oh, backpacking club, like I'm trying to start it, like backpacking club, like skate club. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we can make it work. And then he goes, there should be a whitewater club. And I'm like, oh my god, I love whitewater. And so we're talking about it, this and the other. And we're like talking about like the rivers. I grew up on this one river, the Green River. And like the Green River Narrows are like pretty hard. It's pretty impressive if you can run the Narrows. And he's talking about how he ran like the hardest rapid on the Narrows. I'm like, what? And it's just like it's very impressive, but it's also like I don't know how to tell this man that I'm not that good at it. I just like do it for fun. And he's so excited too, because it's like whenever you meet someone that does whitewater, like you get so excited about it. And they like went to like this like girl's house after, and like my other friend was there, and he was texting. He was like, "Oh yeah, this dude is so excited that you do whitewater, like this and the other." I'm like, like how do I tell? How do I tell him I'm not that good? Anyway, I don't know what to do about that. I really don't. So we'll just, I guess, find out. It's not like I can like pull up and like do some crazy tricks. But I got my arm as an excuse currently. So I guess I can just push it off a little bit and figure it out. But like, I don't know. I guess the sooner the better. It's now been 21 minutes. So I feel like that's a long video. That's a long video. I don't know. I'm just I really don't know. I have like so many feelings. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I have time to figure it all out, but I really like oh my god. Okay, I actually just have to keep on talking. I have so many feelings. Okay. I also think okay, wait, maybe I should just make another video. I can always make another video. That's but also I like do not fuck with part twos. Okay. Did you hear the call from the flu? It's still there. Okay. I also let's just talk about relationships because they're so prominent, okay? I think part of it is just like societal pressure as a woman around my age, like teenager, also like late teenager. I'm 19, barely like I got a few more months left. But I think like there's a lot of pressure to like be in a relationship. Like a lot. And it's like I'm at this crossroads of like I've dated people. Would I call any of those healthy relationships? No. No. I wouldn't. I would not. I would not. Not a single one of them. And like that's the thing too, because it's like okay, I think I acted healthily, especially in the last one, last like three. But it's also like low key. Okay, on the low, I've gone out with like a few people, you know, not like a slutty number. I feel like I shouldn't talk about this on the internet. I'm not a slut. I'm not gonna like dive into it, but like I think you can draw your conclusions. Like I definitely cannot be considered in that zone, but I have gone on a number of dates. Okay, and like it's like it's like this like crossroads between like I feel so inexperienced because I don't feel like I've had what I consider a healthy relationship, but also like who has had a healthy relationship at this age? But also some people really have. And then I also know some people who have never even gone out at all. And then and like I don't like judge them, but like then also like I know that like other people are judgier than I am, so it's like but also who cares? Who cares if I'm being judged? I'm literally posting online right now. Who cares if I'm being judged? But like that being said, it's like okay, I'm so inexperienced because I haven't had that healthy relationship. But then I also get like overwhelmed and I feel like I'm like too experienced because I've gone out with like I don't know, I don't want to count it up right now, but like I would say like 5, 6 people. Which is like not I don't even think that many, but like it's a more than like one, you know? So it's like I don't know, it's complicated. And then like I don't know. And it's like I swear to God, everybody and their mama is dating right now. I feel like the majority of my close friends, the very large majority of my close friends, are in a relationship with someone right now. And so there's that. And then it's also like the whole, like, I talked all about the vulnerability thing. I feel like it'd be really, it's like, it'd be nice to, like, have a partner to, like, cause, like, then, like, vulnerability is expected. So that I'd be forced into it. That's like, there's the answer. There's a solution. That being said, though, since I don't know how to pick them. I do not know how to pick them. I have been cheated on twice, and the other ones, I can't say they were much better than that. So it's like, at this point, I really thought that the last one was good before he cheated. I really I really thought that was a good choice. Was not a good choice, but it's okay. But at this point, I'm like, okay, like, I really gotta lock in, and, like, cause I think for a certain point of time, like, I was sort of just like, there are, like, at least two people I can think of that I didn't even really like them that much. They liked me, and I felt obligated to have a relationship with them because they liked me. Um, I don't do that anymore. I also don't think that's, like, morally okay. But, like, I was a stupid child. I was a child, so it's okay. Anyway, continuing. Like, I felt like I, like, raised my standards a little bit. Obviously to the point of, like, I have to like them, but then more so to the point of, like, you also have to be a good person. High standards. I know. But, like, that's, like, low key hard to find. So, because, like, I have to find you attractive. You have to be a good person. Your friends, low key, also have to be good people. That cuts out. Oh, and, like, you also have to want, like, a relationship and not like a casual hookup. That cuts out the large majority of people. So it's like, I don't know, but there's still, like, that, like, it's not, it's, I'm not trying to make that happen. I'm not trying to force anything. I'm not desperate. That's something. But it's like, even though, like, I'm not really, like, looking for anything, and even though, like, I don't think I'm gonna find anything soon, and I'm also not looking, but, like, I know it sounds like I'm convincing myself, but whatever. I think I am a little bit, because there is, like, this, like, really big societal expectation to be in a relationship as a woman, especially as a woman in college, where, like, I feel like so many people, pretty much all of my cousins and my parents, my grandparents, all of them, like, met their, like, life partner in college. Shout out to my sister, because I don't think she's gonna do that. So she's saving me. If it, I mean, it's my freshman year. Who knows? But, like, I don't know. It's just a lot. Cause I don't want someone, but I also, like, sort of do. And you know what? I think also it's kind of bad, because I don't want, like, women talk about it more than men do. I swear, I'm not a man, but I swear to God, women think about it more, because it's worse. It's worse to be a single woman than it is to be a single man, and I stand by that. I will stand on that ground. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, those are kind of my thoughts right now. There's a lot of them. I have a lot more too, but I think that's a big thing. Like, vulnerability and hobbies. Those are the two big things I've been thinking about lately. Okay, anyway, I've also been cooking a lot, and it's been really awesome. I love cooking. It's awesome. And I love my job. I love my boss. Life as a whole is pretty good. Okay, bye. Love you all. I have no idea how long it's going to be till the next video, but maybe it'll be tomorrow. Who knows?